Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's 4:10 p.m. Getting my chat pulled up. Going to do a quick weather briefing with everybody. I know that it's not bad out there for some of us right now. It's pretty nice. But that is going to be changing soon. We have unsettled weather on the way. I've got T-ball games tonight, so I wanted to kind of get ahead of the 8-ball and get this taken care of now. Discuss it with you guys real quick. And we'll go from there. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. Am I live on Facebook? Okay, yeah, I'm live. Okay. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and get started here. It is 4:11 p.m., Thursday, May 1st. Whether you're watching this live or you're watching this on playback, I would love for you to leave a comment and let me know where you're watching from. This live feed is sponsored by 1312 Cleaning and Restoration. They're there when you need them most. And then Air Masters of Arkansas, my go-to HVAC company in the state of Arkansas. They're based in Little Rock. Local, fantastic, and have been sponsors of mine for a long time. Looking at radar, we really only have one storm out there right now outside of some... Okay, my radar just freaked out. We really only have one storm of note as of 4:12 p.m. We've got a thunderstorm near Mountain Home that might be producing some smaller hail. They're just north of Mountain Home. It's not severe, so there's no severe thunderstorm warnings for that. And then we have some activity in South Arkansas, right along the South Arkansas border, near Crossett, that's kind of hugging the Arkansas-Louisiana border, that also might be producing some hail. But otherwise, most of us are quiet. As a matter of fact, when you look at satellite, and my screen, one second, guys, I'm so sorry. When you look at satellite, you can see a large part of Arkansas, I'm using my cursor here, is observing sunshine with maybe some sporadic clouds at times with a little bit more cloud cover to deal with. You can see the boundary here in South Arkansas, and you can see the thunderstorm activity in South Arkansas, the tops there, along with the storm over North Arkansas. But most of us are okay. That's going to change soon, though. We have rain and storms likely late tonight and into Friday. So that's the reason for this video. Thursday, for the most part, looks okay. If you have plans going on, if you have something going on this evening, you're likely going to be just fine with no issues. However, as we go into tonight, and I can loop the radar, this is a simulated radar product called the HRRR, so it's a high-resolution rapid refresh model, and it does a good job of showing us what thunderstorm activity could look like tonight. So as we go through the evening hours and the late night hours, we'll likely have rain and storms begin to form. So this is Friday around 2 a.m., and you can see that activity starting to sprout across the state. This is around 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. early Friday morning. Notice that activity is growing, possibly in central or western Arkansas, with a lot more activity headed our way from Oklahoma and Texas. And as we go into the morning hours, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., man, it is turning gross out there. Plenty of rainfall, plenty of thunderstorms. We have a lot of activity expected to move into Arkansas early Friday morning and then through the day as well. We can continue to fast forward this 9 to 10 a.m., This activity is moving off towards central Arkansas, the Little Rock region, and then it just continues through the day. I mean, I could loop it all the way through the early afternoon. Some of these storms here in central, maybe even eastern and southeastern Arkansas in the morning and mid-morning, late morning, and early afternoon could be strong, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. And you can see this activity continues into the early afternoon. This is between 1 and 3 p.m. You know, some of Arkansas might be trying to clear a little bit, but otherwise, rain and thunderstorm chances will be there for a large part of the state. But I do think as we go into the afternoon and evening, things will clear out a little bit. This is around 5 to 6 p.m. tomorrow night. So Friday night, you can see south of I-40, the activity is a little bit more widespread. But if you look, you know, in the northern part of the state, it might be a little bit more clear. Western Arkansas might be a little bit more clear. And then by late Friday night into early Saturday, this is in the middle of the night Friday, and then early Saturday morning, it looks like we're really starting to clear out, and I think Saturday and Sunday are going to be really nice. So fingers crossed, Saturday and Sunday look nice. No severe weather expected for the moment. So much needed break for a large part of Arkansas after what we've been dealing with lately. So we have one more round really to go through. And I will show you a couple of models real quick. This is a model with CAPE, so thunderstorm fuel. And I can show you the values do kind of increase there on Friday, late Thursday night into early Friday morning. So tonight into Friday morning, you can see these values. I mean, we got values well over 1,000 and near 2,000. This is surface-based instability, so thunderstorm fuel for storms to basically be able to energize themselves. And if we take a look at this, you can see those values are kind of shoved into southeast Arkansas tomorrow, late morning. We have associated storms there, so I can't rule out severe weather tomorrow, especially in the southeastern and eastern half of the state. I don't think it's a high risk for severe weather. I think if anything, it would be, maybe some hail, perhaps some strong winds like we dealt with yesterday. I think the tornado risk is extremely low late tonight into tomorrow as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at here, folks. I'm filming this on Thursday. It's 4:16 p.m. now, so today's really been nice. It's been sunny here at the house, and I know a lot of you have seen sunshine today too. So a much needed break today. We've got one more round to go through though tonight and into early tomorrow morning. So I really appreciate everybody watching. I see the comments here on the left. I know this is kind of a short video. I've got to get dinner ready. We've got T-ball games tonight, so I wanted to hop on here. I've already posted about some of this stuff on my Facebook page. So if you're watching the live and you're watching it on playback and you really don't feel like your questions have been answered, I have a post on my Facebook full of information, 2 posts actually, and over on my Twitter as well. So Southern Charm says, severe weather late tonight. I do think that late tonight, so I can loop this for you. As storms move into western Arkansas and central Arkansas, in that 2 to 4 a.m. hours in central Arkansas, there might be some hail involved, perhaps some strong winds at times, but overall, I think the severe weather risk is pretty low. And when the storms move into western Arkansas tomorrow morning, this is between 5 and 7 a.m., I think this is mostly just noisy, quite a bit of rain, probably some thunder, but I can't rule out severe weather. Really, for most people, I think it's one of those things where we'll just have to kind of watch the storms, and we might have some pockets of wind or perhaps some hail. I'm looking at my chat real quick, guys, making sure I don't have any just crazy questions here. Tammy says, how does Lake Hamilton look? Lake Hamilton's going to observe thunderstorms tomorrow for sure, if not late tonight. You might get some of that activity in the middle of the night here between 2 and 4 a.m. before the widespread stuff moves in tomorrow morning. So Lake Hamilton, Hot Springs, that whole region of the state, southwest Arkansas and western Arkansas, will have activity in the morning. Unfortunately, somebody is going to be in the school drop-off line tomorrow morning and likely deal with some activity, so that kind of stinks. And I know someone sent me a message earlier. Unfortunately, I know that we have we have graduations ongoing Friday night. We have graduations on Saturday at school systems. I think Saturday is going to be okay. Now, as for Friday evening, it's kind of going to be hit or miss, especially south of Interstate 40. Tomorrow evening, if you have graduation plans outside, just know that if you live in Arkansas, there is at least a scattered chance of activity, especially south of Interstate 40, maybe even east of Little Rock, Friday evening. So I just wanted to add that in. I've had a few people message and ask about it. So Kish is asking, what time will this be ending? Well, I think everything will start wrapping up as we go into Friday evening. We could still have some lingering activity, but we should really start to see that clearing as we move into Saturday, especially Saturday mid-morning and beyond. I think we'll clear out nicely on Saturday. Nikki's asking how Hardy looks. Hardy will likely deal with some rain and thunderstorms, especially on Friday, maybe even late morning. You can see Hardy's up here in the northeastern part of Arkansas. This model is suggesting thunderstorm activity moves in maybe mid to late morning, the widespread stuff that is, but it should clear out by Friday afternoon, I'd think, with maybe some lingering rain into the afternoon hours Friday. Bree says, I'm late. How's Judsonia looking? So Judsonia is up here by Searcy. You can see rain and thunderstorms moving through in the morning hours, possibly another round mid to late morning and the early afternoon before things clear out Friday evening. Mary says, is there anything in Picola? Picola's right on the Arkansas-Oklahoma line by Fort Smith. Is it going to be bad or just rain? I don't think it's going to be bad. Rain and storms are likely tomorrow morning, early morning hours possible, but nothing we have never seen before. Maybe some pockets of wind or something like that, but certainly nothing to lose sleep over. Hopefully this answered some questions for you guys. Folks, the severe weather risk with this system is pretty low. It's not zero, but if you live in the state of Arkansas, you have a good opportunity to see rain and storms over the next 24 hours. But nobody's, I would say, under the gun for severe weather or just in a huge problem area like we've observed, this last month and so on. So hopefully that'll ease any fears some of you might have. But regardless, rain and storms likely headed our way late tonight and then to Friday with clearing expected for Saturday and Sunday. So, guys, I'm going to go eat some dinner and get ready for kiddos T-ball games tonight. And I'll have more posts on Facebook tonight if necessary regarding our risk for thunderstorms and such over the next day or so. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. I do see the question about flooding, Tawana. I can't rule out flash flooding with this since we've had so much rain, but I don't think we'll have widespread crazy flooding issues given how the models kind of move this through, and then there's just scattered activity after. It's not a 24/7 washout with heavy rain, but I can't rule out any localized flash flooding. So thank you guys so much for watching.